Vehicles on North America's roadways have seen decades of change. Automated vehicles present the next step in their evolution. The Society of Automotive Engineers International established a 6-tier classification system for vehicle automation, ranging from no driving automation to full driving automation. The AMPA Autonomous Vehicles Working Group considered levels 3 through 5 highly automated vehicles, or HAVs. These vehicles are monitored by the automated driving system and do not need a human driver to operate, but may require a human driver to take control of the vehicle.
Well, highly automated vehicles are vehicles that have technologies that help the driver in their driving task. And over time, you're going to have these technologies that are going to be able to help the driver drive to the point where the driver can disengage. And so it has the potential to really change the way that we do our business.
Highly automated vehicles present tremendous opportunities for jurisdictions and the public, especially in terms of safety and improved public mobility. The vast majority of traffic crashes today are caused by human error. So by greatly reducing or eliminating these errors, theoretically, the number of crashes and their resultant injuries and fatalities should greatly decline. In addition, HAVs represent a revolution in mobility for many who are underserved today. The elderly, infirm, physically or mentally challenged will have tremendous independence they have historically lacked.
AMBA and our members in the Autonomous Vehicle Working Group have created a resource to help jurisdictions prepare for HAVs. Jurisdictional Guidelines for the Safe Testing and Deployment of Highly Automated Vehicles provides voluntary recommended guidelines for jurisdictions that choose to regulate testing and deployment of HAVs in an effort to establish uniformity among jurisdictions.
We're hoping that this provides them an opportunity to kind of have a starting point for them to lead through legislative changes, administrative changes, so that there's a more uniform approach when we look across states that are all dealing with this new technology.
The rules of the road vary state to state, so these vehicles have to be programmed to understand how to work in each one of these jurisdictions. So I think that when jurisdictions understand that and know that there has to be some more standardization or uniformity for these vehicles, that it'll make processes much more simple for the jurisdictions and for the motorists.
The guidelines provide recommendations for the testing and deployment of HAVs by addressing how automated vehicle technology will directly impact vehicle registration and titling programs, driver training, testing and licensing programs, enforcement of traffic laws, and first response to traffic-related incidents. The guidelines are broken down into 4 topic areas: administration, vehicle credentialing considerations, driver licensing considerations, and law enforcement considerations.
Jurisdictions vary across the board in terms of how deeply they need to either regulate or administer these vehicles. So it's meant to be a set of guidelines for jurisdictions to use as they see fit.
Law enforcement agencies can use the recommended guidelines to begin to assess which laws, practices, policies, and procedures may be affected by the introduction of highly automated vehicles in their communities. In doing so, they'll be better prepared to ask the appropriate questions of the entities operating in those communities to ensure both their personal and public safety.
The guidelines were developed with these principles in mind, facilitating a consistent and balanced oversight approach by motor vehicle administrators to avoid inconsistent regulatory practices that could create unnecessary hurdles for vehicle and technology manufacturers. Supporting the research and development of technology that has the potential to improve traffic safety while providing mobility options for underserved populations. Supporting the safe testing and deployment of HAVs, and confirming the roles and responsibilities of jurisdictions and the federal government. As jurisdictions address the use of highly automated vehicles, they may use these guidelines to ensure they are addressing key components while giving consideration to creating a consistent regulatory approach across jurisdictions. Key takeaways include items related to government oversight, robust stakeholder engagement, a jurisdiction's legislative process, and manufacturers' consideration of the recommendations.
When it comes to industry partners such as manufacturers, understanding and knowing that technology is very important so that the states and jurisdictions know how to deal with the advancements in technology and can plan their policies and possibly regulations and laws around that.
And the partnership is really going to be key to making sure we're all on the same page and all trying to move in the direction of giving increased access, increased safety, and increased opportunity.